So in this video we are going to learn about some shortcuts and tips and tricks to use command line to generate the migrations, so that we don't need to go to the migration file and edit them manually to add something or change the state of our database. So we want the command line to pre-populate the content in the migration. We want to put as much of the things in the command line, so we don't have to just go into the migration file and edit ourselves manually. So we want the code to be automatically generated when we give options in the command line. So to achieve this, I am inside the project MySQL folder here. I just created in the earlier video, so if you have not checked out that one, you must go and watch the first one. So I'm inside this. I have configured MySQL with this project. So the first thing I want to share with you is, if you just use this command to generate a model. Say you want to generate a model of product, so if you just run this, then it just create, there is a conflict here, so that's not a problem. And you can see here it just creates a table and called products. So it is another first handy tips for you if you don't already know this. So the another tips is, you don't actually need to type this generate this g product, the second. So this also works, so this putting this g also works, as you can see here. This also works, so I don't want this, so I'll just delete. You can just use G as the shorthand for this. So the another thing I want to do is, you can see here there are no other table options just specified here. Now which, if you want to add a column, then we just need to just specify like this string and like this, but we don't want to just edit this migration, and we want the most of the things done by the command line. So to achieve this, we are going to do like this: sales c model product, and say name of the column, and string means type of the column, name of the column colon type of the column. So name, and say here price a decimal, and precision and scale here. So if you have options for this column, then you can just specify it in this curly braces, and if you have this option, then you need to use single quote in here, so space. And the another type of I want to specify is, say seller for that product, and its type be text. And the another thing is, let's put some date time. Okay, restock at, and say date time. So after, you can see here, just press enter here, we have generate a model here. So since we already have this model, I just want to delete this and run this again. So you can see here the precision and scale has been added here, and as the options for this price column, and this has the decimal and name here. So these are all the different types of the restocked at as the date time. And as you can see here, it is very handy from the command line to generate all these columns for you. So the another thing I want to show you is, say you just forget something to add in this column. Say you want to add another column in this model, so all you need to do is rel c migration add something to something, means add, say this, what can this be, say some type of column. Just for now we just say discount to product, say discount be of type, say decimal. So enter. So you can see here the pattern of this migration, add something to something. So after reading the name of this migration we gave to the Rails, then it already knows that we are adding a column. So this put the statement add column in here, and table name that comes from here, add column comes from here, and product come here, and the type of the column and the just name of the column and the type of the column in here. So this is also handy. So if you want to add or something to something or remove something to something, so if you want to remove this column, then all you need to do is remove discount from products from product. And if you run this migration, then you can see here remove column from products and discount decimal. So this is also very handy here. Just add something to something or remove something to something and Rails knows what to do. So if you don't, for default you can see here in models, while generating the models, for by default Rails gives this times stamp that created and add and updated add values in the columns. So if you don't want that, then the option to do this is Rails generate model and all of these values and space dash dash no timestamps. If you just do this, then it will not add timestamps to your model. So that may not be desirable for some cases, but if you want that, then this is in your toolbox. So this is also handy here. So the another thing is you can also just, there is also command to add index to the column. So say Rails generate migration add reference number to product, say, and this ref number, say this be type of string. And if you want to put index in there, then all you need to do is just add index in there and hit enter. So as you can see here, the index has been created, add index. So you don't need to just come in here and just put add index there, and this is also really handy tips. So the another thing you want to do while generating all of these models and migration is just add some kind of foreign key association in this model. So we have a product, say now we also have another model called user, and we want to add user ID to this product. So to do that, all you need to do is Rails generate migration add user to product. So user references. So add user to product, you understand this, we want to add association in here. So user means the model we have. Right now we don't have a model, but if you have the user model, then you can just reference it. So that now if you look at the migration in here, so here is, you can see here user, it adds the user ID column in this products table, and this is a foreign key. So these are all the handy tips that you can use while generating the migration, so that you just don't need to come to these migration files and edit them manually. If you just learn to just use command lines for this, then it will be very easy for you. So thanks for watching this video.